Okay, now that this mount is off, this mount was right here, blocking access, so there's the other screw, one down in there, there. This is a heat shield. You're going to need thought I had the screws all the way out, obviously not. Push your muffler off. Now another thing, this mount isn't on the motor, the new motor. You got to slide your Torx driver all the way through. This is one of the mounts. You got to make sure you got a small Torx driver because they're all the same size Torx screws. That one you got to shove it right through the spring. The other thing we need to take off of this is the decompression valve. And we're down to the flywheel, and then it's just reverse order. Putting this blob back together, and we don't want Dave to see his messy bench. Anyway, I may or may not show up on the back together. Depends how many interruptions. This doesn't take long if you don't get interruptions. This is about 20 minutes to knock it down to this point. Anyway, I'll have to wait and see. Through the day is really busy here. You keep getting called out onto the floor to deal with rentals and stuff. So if we can do it, we'll do it. If not, it'll be back together in reverse order. Anyway, thanks for watching. If I bring it back again, fantastic. If I don't get a chance, sorry. Alright, when you put this muffler on, you should put it on first before you put it in the frame there. And on the side there, you see that nut. You got to get it out of the old crankcase and put it in. That's for the bolt that's way back down in there. It's way easier to put the muffler on when it's not in the saw. So there's one of your spots, and then the spot to do up the saw engine. I've got this clean enough to put back in. Anyway, it just drops back in there. One bolt goes there. One's going to go down through there. The bolt comes out through there. And the one back over here, like before. Anyway, I'll bring you back before the end of the day. Things have gotten busy as they always do. Returns and stuff to take care of. Alright? So if I can get back to you, I will. So I just cleaned the worst of this off. The first time being used will be terrible. You can see that intake there, the top part. There's your carburetor. Check to make sure your bottom intake tube is good. You got these two that Y and come out at the top. You got two flaps. You got a pulsation line. Make sure they're all good. This saw is only 2 years old, if that. I can't remember exactly right now. Anyway, it's nothing to do with the carburetor. Part of the crankcase got smashed and a bunch of other crap. Anyway, I'm going to put this back on. I always put a light little wee bit of oil there. Steal a little bit of Dave's past load oil. Won't tell him. Just put it around there. It helps seal up the intake. So now I'm going to reach down in here. I plugged the fuel line for when I cleaned it to keep the dirt out. I'm going to put the fuel line back on. Actually, first I'm going to put the primer line on. It's easier to see in there. Get that one on now. And of course, like I said, it's fuel line. Now I put it on. This throttle piece, I'd like to show you, but you'd never see down in there with the curb in the way. Don't know if you could hear that, it just snapped in place. And another trick is, there's the choke arm. So let's see if we can see it. Those pieces got a mate, just drops down in. That's in, and you want to make sure that this intake drop down in, it's in, and I'll find the screw and put it back on. So we're a little bit closer. Things keep happening here. You get to get out here for a couple of minutes and then you're back doing something else. So put this in before we forget about it. I don't care if anybody calls. This is really, really important that the intake's snugged up and you don't forget about it. You don't want it sucking air. There, snugged up. Throttle's working. Choke's working. You see that secondary part. We have, if this was an older saw, I have all them parts here in stock. I could put them on. So I'll clean up the top shroud. I'll clean that piece up, put it back on. I'll put the whole top breather part on. This, you split it. This blade, each blade is half of a pulley, and there's a belt rides in here. If I get to, I'll do a video on putting the belt in there. Alright? Can't promise you anything. Bye for now. Alright, so when I was telling you, here's the inside of the blade. This is half your pulley for these V belts. You can see there. I've taken out the screws and taken off the other half already. Just lift that out. There's your old belt. You just set it in. There's your other half of your blade right there. So the two halves of the blade make your pulley. Anyway, just so I bring you along and show you that. Now it's time to put a new belt on while it's all apart. Alright, the day's winding up, but I put the clutch on, got the belt on. When you're adjusting the belt, you loosen off these two nuts. This is for the tension, and as you're doing up the tension, you roll this to help seat the belt because it goes around this. And you just roll it a little bit, snug it up a bit, and then roll it, snug it. Anyway, all we got left is flywheel and the recoil and that shield, but we don't have the puller here today, so that's pretty much it for today. Got the top on, new breather element, within 15-20 minutes of finishing. Anyway, that's it for the minute. Alright, back again. It's still the same day. I managed to get the flywheel off. There's fuel in it, and we're going to try and start it in a minute. Alright, so here we are. Brand new motor. I primed it. This will be its first run. I should decompress it. Alrighty, there you are, brand new, second pull, the way it went and running. There is a primer in it. When you prime it up like that, it does put a little bit right into the cylinder. So that'd be why it went kicked off the first pull and the way it went on the second pull. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Something just a little different. And for now, take care, and maybe one day I'll bring it in, camera back into work. There's lots of things here. I just happened to pick this to show some people a bit about the 760 cut and break. And like I say, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now. Alright, there you go. All spit and polished. I think I said a new 760 quick cut. Obviously it's not a new 760 quick cut, or cut and break, sorry. New long block installed in it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.